other each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Who even knows what this one's going to be about? All right. I'm going to share this in one place. Game isn't for like 50 more minutes or 40 more minutes. So, good. I don't really watch the. Hey Becky, it's good to see you. I don't really watch the pregame show, especially when it's the Chiefs. They're gonna play their second string. I think that's I think it's bullshit. They should play their regular string. To do that, I kind of feel like that's cheating. And considering the playoffs are on the line. Now I'm happy about it because I'm a Bronco fan, right? So I'm happy about it because it gives us a better chance of getting to the playoffs, and I'd like to keep watching. But I want to get there the right way. See, rules are in place for a reason. They create a challenge to make you better. And that's what I like. That's what I like. All right. Anyway, I was just using an example as something, right? It's just football. I really don't get. I might get upset during the game, but once the game's over, yeah, who cares? All right. What are the different forms of name calling? We'll get and set that there. We'll get to it in a minute. I'm sure it'll give us something. It'll get us something. So let's kind of get started. A lot of people are already. Yeah, let's just go get started. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Can you see my Darth Vader mask back there? Cool. Good. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch. Should we do this one as Darth Vader? It's got a voice changer on it. Let's turn it on. Let's give it a little try here. Luke, I am your son. It helps that I can talk like it a little bit. But the problem is, it's already fogging up. So, all right. Let's turn that off. A little bit of fun. All right. Let's get going. Let's do it. First thing. If you are an alcoholic and somebody in your life has not admitted that they have alcoholism and you call them an alcoholic, that is name calling. Can't do it. No. Who am I to make a decision about what somebody is? When it comes to addiction, there's only one diagnosis, and it is self-diagnosis. Otherwise, it's just what it is. It's a mental illness. Calling somebody narcissistic. Oh, they're a narcissist. You're not a doctor. They might have narcissistic tendencies. Let's stick with that. So did I. See, that's the thing about alcoholism. And it's another thing. Alcoholism, this is another thing that sets the alcoholism and the other addictions apart. Is this right here? Okay. All right, so alcoholism is a mental illness. Okay. Doesn't happen. Is it created by circumstance? It can make it worse. Okay. But if we look at it logically, let's look at it kind of logically, right? My mother's in her car. She's been sober 40 years. There were aunts, uncles. My father, my biological father, he died with 52 years of sobriety. Yeah, 52 years of sobriety, man. Do I get to call him an alcoholic? No, he said it. See, once it starts, then it's okay, right? If somebody else has admitted they were an alcoholic, but I hear a lot of people in meetings talking about, well, yeah, this person in my family is an alcoholic. This person. So, and so I'm going to get back to what alcoholism kind of looks like on that, right? Now, here's the thing. When a person is getting sober, right, if they are not being, if a doctor hasn't figured it out yet, or a therapist hasn't figured it out yet, and this person has alcoholism, they're going to go after other things: ADHD, bipolar, narcissism. Am I a narcissist? Not in the clinical sense, but I certainly have narcissistic traits. Depression, PTSD, CPTSD, anxiety, post-acute withdrawal symptoms. There's a lot of them. See, that's why it is different. It's one of the reasons that it's different. I'm not trying to set aside. It's just I'm trying to show that alcoholism comes with something entirely different. Okay. I'm not going to get into why alcoholics are different from, because we're already separated enough. I don't think we need to do it more. The only reason I really bring it up is so that people understand that Alcoholics Anonymous is for people with a problem with a drinking problem. Okay. Saying other people's names. I hear people name dropping in meetings. No, you can't do that. You're again calling them an alcoholic. You're blowing their anonymity. But that's not what you're really doing. What you're doing is say, I know this person. Look how high I can jump. Look at me. I don't fucking care who you knew. I've known a lot of people in this program. There are meetings out there where I'm the only original member left. Okay. So what? Now I can take that and use it to set myself aside. Okay. I yelled at Simon Cowell once. There was another person too. Let me find, I think Christina, it would have been Christina Aguilera. I wouldn't have had words for her. I would have just drooled. Christina Ricci. Hey, babe. When we went to Jason Mraz concert, you gotta yell at it backstage. That was it. I know who it was. I guess I bitched out Christina Perry. That's who I bitched out. She got mad at me because all I had was something from Jason Mraz. She's like, I don't want to sign that. I'm like, my thought was this, and I told, if I remember right, I told her, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jason Mraz. Show some gratitude. Signature wasn't for me. Yeah, doubt she remembers me, but yeah. See, I have my stories too. Yeah. But you know what? And let's kind of use Simon Cowell there. Okay? People can change. Oh, he was a complete jerk when I met him. Then he had kids. Now he's a really cool guy. See, people can change. You can change. I can change. All right? So let's talk about those reactions. What is a reaction? Well, a reaction is something that happened where, let's just put it this way. If I react, there's probably a good chance I'm going to owe an amend. Maybe. I don't know. What is name calling technique? Name calling. Propagandists use the name calling technique, incite fears and arouse prejudices, blah, blah, blah. What is name calling behavior? Repeated behavior that ostracizes victims. Yeah, this is not really what I'm calling. Okay. Let's do this. What are the latest words for name calling? Here's some synonyms. All right. What's a better word for name calling? What? Calumniation, calumny, defamation, hatchet, job, obliquity, transducent, transducement, just a bunch of big fucking words. What could I do instead of name calling? You can say something like, please call me my name or I won't engage. Oh my God, dear Lord. Here's a bunch of weak shit. Thank you, Google. You've become so great at giving us bad information. What's the newest one? Toxic. Toxic. Oh, that person's toxic. Here you are. That's just name calling. What I've done is I have judged somebody based on my own purview. And I hear it quite often. Well, yeah, my family members are just toxic, so I stay away from it. You know, hold on. Okay, because if we're going to use the word toxic, then we got to use it correctly. What do you mean by toxic? That would be the question. Well, they're mean to me. They're rude. They call me names. They do this. They do. Welcome to life, my friends. Okay? Not everybody's going to like you. And you're not going to like everybody else. But there needs to be a certain level of respect that is amongst everyone. Because there's going to be one day there's going to be somebody you don't like that you need help from. And if we're too busy judging and name calling and putting attaching things to people. When I hear when I hear people calling other people toxic, you know what I think? I think you're the toxic one. Because what are you doing? What is toxic? Let's go look at the definition. Okay? Definition of toxic. Just a moment. Come on.
Here's the definition of toxic. Poisonous.
Poisonous. When you call someone else toxic, you're the one spreading the poison. Yeah. I'm sure there's other names, but when we apply something, calling somebody else an alcoholic is name calling in AA. It is. Right? And there's not anything you can tell me that's going to change my mind on that. Yeah, but what? But what? Yeah, they did it. It's true. It's fact. I've been through, a lot of people have done fucked up shit to me too. Does that make them toxic? What else does it say? A very harmful or unpleasant in a perceived or pervasive or insidious way. And even the dictionary is supporting it here. A toxic relationship. Now, this is something different because they did not apply it to someone. Okay? If you are in a toxic relationship, which is pliable here, it takes two to tango, my friends. Two. You cannot tangle with one. There got to be two people. Okay? So, what are we going to do about it? I'll tell you what it is, in my experience. In my experience, that means that I probably have low self-esteem and that I have not taken responsibility for some things. Okay? 3 things we got to be responsible for. We got to be responsible for our actions. All right? We know that one. We alcoholics understand that. All right? We got to be responsible for our feelings. Got to be responsible for them. If you own your feelings, okay, I'm feeling depressed. Well, why are you feeling depressed? Because this person did that. Oh, we can get out of that, can't we? Why are you depressed? I don't know. There's no real reason. That's legitimate. I just went through depression. Were there reasons? Yes. Okay, but what were they? They were triggers. and I've got to be responsible for my triggers. That doesn't mean I need to go somewhere and be abused. No, that's not what that means. Okay? I don't hang out in bars unless I have a business for being there. I don't hang out anywhere unless I have a good, legitimate reason to be there. Okay? I had a hard time with my family. I just felt fake. Now, did anybody force me to feel fake? No. No, nobody made me do that. I could have gone and just been Dion, but I tell you something, it would have turned out a lot worse. I did what I could to try and make it better, and it did not work. People didn't want it. They didn't want it. So I had to create a new boundary. Are those people toxic? Is my family toxic? No. They are, what I see now is a spiritual malady. Well, guess what? Me too. Now I can work with this. Now that I have put that person on the same level as me, because there is no greater than or lesser signs in this program or in life. There is none. We are all equal in God's eyes. We don't perceive each other that way, though, do we? Okay? So when we name drop or we say that person's an alcoholic, well, look what's happening. Now your attention is being diverted away from me so I can put my hand over here and do what I want to do. Oh, isn't that comfortable? See how it's not going to work. And I get it. I get it. I have a lot of choice names for some people in my life. Yes, I do. That stays between me and my wife. It doesn't go anywhere else. And even then, I don't know that I really feel that way. All right. I'm bringing this up a lot lately because a lot of people have been going through it. Intrusive thoughts. They do not go away. That is not what happens. What is an intrusive thought? It is a character defect. It is a character defect. Right? Yeah, me too, Becky. You bet. I will let that person's fault become the main thing in my mind so that I don't need to work on what I need to work on. It makes me feel superior. And for an alcoholic, oh God, that feels good because we're the bottom of the barrel, man. We're the bottom of the barrel. We are. We are the leeches and sucking the life out of, right? I was just at a noon meeting and I said, you know what? When I'm drinking, I should be locked up. And any alcoholic should be locked up because they're dangerous. They hurt other people without thinking about it. Right? Because just like us, remember, there's other types of abuse. There's not just physical abuse. There's physical abuse. There's emotional abuse. There's mental abuse. And there for sure is spiritual abuse. And what are the 4 things we work on? Right? So it is not my job. It is not my job to deem somebody else something else. This is what everybody is, a child of God. That includes you. That includes me. It includes all those people we think might be toxic. It's just a label. Aren't you tired of being labeled? Do you know how many things we alcoholics have been called? Just read the doctor's opinion. Hopeless. Chronic. Chronic means end of the road, past the event horizon, my friend. Deemed uncurable, no longer able to fit into society. A lot of things, right? So when it comes to these intrusive thoughts, first thing you need to do is apologize to yourself. I'm sorry, Dion, I don't think that way. Because see, I do it to me too. Okay. Let's get into what we say matters. What we say matters. All right. Check this one out. My name's Dion. I'm an alcoholic. How hard was it for you to say it the very first time? See, that's why it's important. That's why when it comes to this, self-diagnosis is it's the only legitimate diagnosis. Because until then, you can't do anything about it. Otherwise, you're going to be treated for things you don't have. Okay? What is one thing, one emotion that every single alcoholic has when they come into the room? Depression. It's depression. Okay? And it's 100%. 100%. I don't care whether you're willing to admit it to me or not. You were depressed. Okay? What is alcohol? It's a depressant. So 100%. It's a depressant. So when we get into the program and because I see a lot of people do this, they go running to their doctor for all these diagnoses because suddenly they think they need to be on all these meds. You are not to be diagnosed with anything within the first 6 months of your sobriety. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how fast you got the program. I don't care how quickly you did anything. It's 6 months. And any doctor, any therapist that is doing anything short of that should be gotten rid of. Because otherwise, you're going to end up like me being on 120 milligrams of duloxetine and taking a year and a half tapering off the damn things. Took me a year and a half to taper off that much. The normal is like 30, 40 milligrams a day. I was taking, because they were utilizing for my pain also. But what it was an addictive substance. And all that it should have been used for was this. Okay, Dion, we're going to put you on this. Okay. Then you're going to go to therapy. You're going to work on your depression. And once you feel better, because this evens you out, you go off the meds. It is the meds that are for ADHD and these mental illnesses, except for some of the severe ones like bipolar, schizophrenia, it's a little different, should not be sustained. They should not continue on for a lifetime. That is dependency upon a drug to make you better. And that is addiction. Yeah. Not any different than my smoking. Yes, it does something. You bet. See, you can utilize cigarettes however you want. You can either make it so that you're going faster or slower. Still an addiction. I use it to make me feel better or to calm an effect or because I'm bored. But it still is. See, we're not all free. We are not all free of defiance and doing these other things. We're not. Okay. So, and I'm going to end with this, and I hope this helped people. This wasn't really a rant. Stop bragging in AA. Just fucking stop it. Stop. Well, you remember this person, that person. It's like, we don't care. So the other important thing is stop bringing up other people's names in AA meetings. If they're not there, this is an anonymous program, man. You're just trying to build yourself. Again, that's just pride. It's pride. So All right. Well, I go set up for the game. It was good I'm glad everybody was here. Thank you, Becky, for dropping in. It was good to see you. I hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. I love you. Peace out.